Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled birds scattered throughout the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you. I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Khadashia from the GMS Chicago camp, coming back at you with another lesson. And as you can see the title of the lesson, I put, the Lord told us who we are. No more soul searching. And one of the things of our people, especially when they're in the world trying to chase the bag and trying to make a way for themselves, they're always coming up with these fake purposes of why they're actually here on earth. But through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Lord told us who we are. The Lord woke us up and revealed unto us our true identity, and who we are through this gospel and through this truth far outweighs anything that you people out there have taken as an identity as you pursue the bag in Babylon, man. All right, because at the end of the day, that identity that you're holding on to so bad of trying to be black, trying to be Hispanic and Latino, trying to be Native American, and all the ideologies that come behind that, that's not who you really are, man. All right, you're really an Israelite, okay? And the Lord, through this truth, has woken us up to that. And now we don't have to be in the world like these 2/3 trying to soul search, trying to find out who they are. The Lord already told us who we are. He told us we're Israelites, man. And we're walking in that. It's not like we just know and we're just, no, man. We know it and we live it. We know who we are now, man. We don't got to wake up every day wondering, who are we? What's our purpose here? Why are we here on earth? We don't have to worry about that anymore, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, through this everlasting gospel, has woken us up to our true identity, man. All right, this is Isaiah 44, and I'm going to start off at verse 3. This is Isaiah 44:3. It says, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring." All right. And we were the ones that were thirsty, man. And those waters is the truth. So the Lord has poured those waters upon those that were thirsty, man. All right. Which is really the elect of the nation of Israel, man. All right. The elect have obtained it, but the rest were blinded, man. And the rest that are blinded, what are they doing right now in the world? They're still soul searching. They're still trying to figure out their purpose here on this earth. They're still trying to figure out. They're still thirsty, man. They're dry. They're dead. And when they hear this truth, it doesn't resonate with them because they're of this world. They're of their father, the devil. They're covered in gross darkness. So no matter how much they soul search and try to figure out what their identity on this earth and what their purpose on this earth really is, they're always going to come to a bugged out conclusion, man, because they're not rooted or following after Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. So the Lord is going to give them over unto their reprobate mind, into strong delusions to believe lies, man. That's why Jake be all into them Egyptology and Muslims and all these different ideologies, and they be going hard for it, man. They hold true to those identities that supposedly they've woken up to. But you're not fucking Muslim, man. You're not a fucking, an Egyptologist, man. All right, you're an Israelite, and your power is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. And through this gospel, we have woken up to that, man. From the Lord pouring out those waters upon the thirsty and floods upon the dry ground. Now that the Lord has put his spirit upon the seed of Israel, we're waking up, man. It says, "And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel." And we're doing that through the truth, man, through the gospel. All right. Because of Yahushai's sacrifice, now in today's time, We, the Israelites, are waking up through this good news, man. Now we're subscribing and surnaming ourselves by the name of Israel. Now we know why we're really here. Our purpose as Israelites is this. This is Salakia. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. And that's what our duty as Israelites is on this earth. Our duty is to fear the Lord and to keep his commandments. That's our whole duty. That's our reason for being here, man. Our reason for being here is to be servants of the Lord. And as servants of the Lord, we must uphold the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us through his servants, the prophets, man, through Moses, man. All right. And how much more heavier is it now that his son has came, all right, to wake us up to who we actually are, man? Because before this, we lost our heritage, man. We lost our identity. We lost who we were. All right. The Lord took away through our transgressions. We basically discontinued from our heritage, man, which was a prophecy. The Lord said right here in Jeremiah 17 and 4, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. So the Lord said we were going to discontinue from our heritage and serve our enemies in the land which we knew not. All right. So from losing our heritage, losing our identity, not knowing who we really are, to now knowing our purpose, knowing our identity, knowing who our powers are, their names, the gospel. All right. Being locked into prophecy. All of that is a miracle, man. Now we've been raised up to life. And now we don't have to soul search and try to figure out, what's our purpose here? Our purpose here is to serve the Lord. Our purpose here is to fear God and keep his commandments. All right, which we lost that purpose through transgression, through sin. All right, and that's why Yahushua was sent, man. All right, that whosoever believes on him could be freed from sin so that we could serve the Lord, man, in newness of life, while we patiently wait for him to come back and deliver us into that glorious kingdom that we're patiently waiting for, man. But until that time comes, we have to live in that newness of life. We have to walk in the purpose that the Lord has called us unto, man. We have to walk in the identity that we were lost to, and now we've been quickened unto, man. You've been quickened back to life, man. You don't have to wake up and have those questions of, man, who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose on earth? All of that has gone out the window because the Lord has answered every single one of those questions through the gospel, man. You've been quickened, man. All right? From not knowing who you are to now knowing who your God is, knowing their names, the gospel, the good news, knowing prophecy. Like, come on, man. The Lord told us who we are, man. Matter of fact, there's a scripture in Isaiah that says, my people shall know my name. Let me see if I could find it. It says right here, Isaiah 52 and 6, therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know it in that day that I am he that does speak. Behold, it is I. And the Lord has never forsaken his children, man. All right. The Lord does not change. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. And we're in the times where the Lord is distilling his mercy upon us through this truth. All right. By this truth being declared and us waking up to our identity, that is mercy, man. Us receiving this ministry, it is mercy, man. And therefore, us coming to the knowledge of the name of our power, that is mercy. Us waking up to our identity, that is mercy. Us waking up to our true purpose on this earth, that is mercy. All right. And to water Yahweh for Yahushai, because it's because of the Lord that we know his name. It's because of Yahushai that we know the Lord's name, because the Lord has manifested the name of the Lord unto us, and through the gospel we have been quickened back to life, man. All right, there's another one that I gotta find it. Hold up, Salakia, because there was another one that I want to get, man. All right, I believe it's in the book of Amos or Micah. There's another one that sounds similar to that Isaiah that goes into my people shall know my name. Let me see, Salakia. Just real quick, let me try to find it on my actual sword. Let me see. If I can't find this, Salakia, I'll try to put it in the comment section. You know? Man, where is it? If I can't find it, I'm gonna just move on and continue the lesson, you know? Ooh, I found it. Tawadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is just real quick, man, just to emphasize the importance of the name, because us waking up to our identity also comes with us, you know, coming to the truth of the Lord's name. All right, real quick before I get that precept, let me get this. This is Zephaniah 3:9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent. So part of us receiving our identity and surnaming ourselves by the name of Israel is also the Lord has turned unto us a pure language, which through the Spirit, through faith, we believe it is the Lashawan Kodash, man, the holy tongue. All right, the Paleo Hebrew, which we speak, man. When we say Yahweh, we're speaking Paleo Hebrew. All right, the Yahweh is the name of the Most High God, man. All right, which means He is. All right, that's literally what the name means. It means He is. Okay, Yahweh. And so the Lord has turned unto us a pure language that we could call upon the name. All right, and more importantly, He has revealed unto us His Son and has called us unto the fellowship of His Son. All right. And it's because of His Son that we're even being forgiven and accepted by the Most High, man. All right. We're in the ministry of reconciliation, man, where we as Israelites are being made friends again with the Most High through His Son. So this is a very, very special position that we are in, man, to be able to know what our purpose is, to wake up to our true identity. We don't got to wake up anymore and try to figure out what our purpose in life is. The Lord has woken us up to our true purpose, man. All right. But let me get this, man, because this is such a heavy precept, and this cuts IUIC and any other Israelite group that says that we don't know the name of the Lord, because they're lying, man. The scriptures say this. This is Micah 6:9. The Lord's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall see thy name. Hear ye the rod, and who has appointed it? You see that? So the man of wisdom is going to see the name of the Lord. They're going to know the name of the Lord, man. You see that? And through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we have woken up to this truth because of Him, man. And now we know His name. Now we could call upon that name. That's part of our identity as Israelites, man. Part of our identity and purpose as Israelites was always to call upon the name of the Lord, especially when we were in trouble, man. Every time we were in trouble, we cried unto the Lord, man. And that's exactly why the Lord even gave His name unto us, man. He gave His name unto us so that we could call Him when we're in trouble, man. This is Psalms 50:15. And call upon me in the day of trouble, I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. So the Lord didn't give us his name for nothing, man. And right now, us being in Babylon the Great, we're in the greatest trouble we could ever be in, man. And that trouble is only going to get worse because Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, man. This devil is about to come down with that great wrath. So the Lord revealing his name unto us in these last days is a very strategic and very, very important, heavy move, man. Because when this devil comes down with that great wrath, when the enemy comes in like a flood, we're going to call upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in the day of trouble, and he's going to deliver us, man. He's going to save us out of every single calamity that we're going to go through, man. All right? Because we have known his name, because we've woken up to our true identity. All right? Us being right here in Babylon, we're in trouble, man. All right? We need salvation. We need help. All right? And that help is only going to come from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So we must continue to patiently wait for the Lord, man. All right? As his son is surely coming quickly back, we have to hold our post and continue to cleave unto the Lord and wait for his return, man. All right? And as we continue to wait for his return, we must continue to walk in the purpose that the Lord has woken us up to, man. Our purpose, which is being Israelites, man. Our purpose, which is to serve the Lord, man. All right, to do good, to seek justice. All right, to be a peacemaker, man. All right, to ultimately preach this gospel and set our face against the heathen, against Mount Seir, against Esau, Edom. That's what our purpose is here right now, man. In real time, our purpose, we have the greatest purpose ever, man. All right? We have the greatest purpose ever. We're ushering in the coming of our Lord through the preaching of this gospel, man. All right? We've been sent as ambassadors before the Lord's return, man. Think about how heavy that is, the position that we're in right now, man. That the Lord has woken us up to this very important purpose, man. Think about that, man. What manner of love the Lord has bestowed upon us, man. All right? By calling us into the fellowship of his son and calling us sons of God, man. Children of God. That's heavy, bro. That's not something to look over. That's not something to brush over. That's not something to overlook. We have the greatest purpose ever, man. We don't got to wake up every day trying to figure out who we are. These Israelites out here, these 2/3, they got to do that, man. They wake up and every day their purpose changes according to their desire, according to their lust, and according to whatever ideology they just read and whatever book they just picked up. Jake just takes on that identity and that personality and thinks that that's their purpose. Then 5 years later down the line, they're a Muslim. Then 10 years later down the line, they're a Christian. These Jakes are bugged out, man. Okay? They don't know what their purpose is. They don't know who they actually are, but we do, man. We're surnaming ourselves by the name of Yasharallah. And you got to think about how heavy that is, man, because we lost our heritage. We didn't know who we were, Salakia. But now we do. All right? Let me read this real quick. This is Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right, so we're in the land of our captivity, man. Both the northern and the southern kingdom were oppressed together right here in America, Babylon the Great. This didn't happen in any other country throughout history, man. All right, because if you know anything about the northern and the southern kingdom, after Solomon, there was a split. All right. And the kingdom was divided into two, man. The northern and the southern kingdom. And then the northern kingdom was carried into captivity by the Assyrian Empire around 700 BC. And it wasn't until the 585, 86 BC around there that Judah went into captivity in the Babylonian Empire, man. So those two families, the family of Israel, the 12 tribes, they have not been reunited for a very long time. All right. The place where they were reunited was right here in America, and they were both being oppressed together right here in Babylon, man. America, Babylon the Great. All right. The city of confusion, the great whore, man. All right. This is where the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. And our captives, which are Esau, Edom, they refused to let us go. So now the Lord has done a very strategic, very crucial move. He has revealed unto us our identity. He has revealed unto us our his name. He has revealed unto us the everlasting gospel. He has woken us up to the fellowship of his son and called us unto this ministry. He has separated us unto this gospel, to the preaching of this word and the glorifying of his son. Think about how heavy that is, man. That in the land of our captivity, where we're being oppressed, the Lord has revealed unto us his name. What did the Lord do in Exodus when the Lord revealed unto the children of Israel his name through Moses? What followed after that? A deliverance, man. What do you think is going to happen right here in America, Babylon the Great, with all these Israelites waking up in all 50 states and all across the world, man? You think the Lord revealed his name in vain? Hell no, man. The Lord revealed his name so that we could call upon him in the day of trouble. When the enemy comes in like a flood, we're going to call upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and he's going to deliver us, and we're going to glorify him, man. The Lord didn't reveal his name unto us for no reason. We're in the land of our captivity, man, where we didn't know who we were, but now we do. Now we know. We know our true identity. We know who we actually are. We know our purpose. We know why we're here. We don't have to soul search anymore. We don't have to go and meditate all day and think about why we're here on earth. We already know, bro. The Lord woke you up to it, man. So walk in it. Relish in it. Live in it, man. Sometimes you really just got to soak it all in and just meditate like, man, I'm really in the truth right now, man. You really got to soak it all in sometimes. You really just got to sit there and think about what the Lord has woken you up to, man. You know who you are. You know the name of the Lord. Think about all the prayers that you have called upon the name of the Lord for and how many prayers he has answered. How many times the Lord has come through for you. How many times you've received the download through the Spirit and understanding of this word. Think about all of that, man. How much the Lord has revealed unto you in these last times, man. You didn't know that before the truth, man. We have been given mercy through this truth, man. Through the revealing of his son. All right, through water Yahweh for Yahushai, man. This is 1 John 3:1. Behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Damn, bro. Do you understand how heavy that is, bro? That through Yahushai we're being called the sons of God. That's so heavy, bro. Because before this, we were dead in our trespasses and sins, man. The Lord wasn't dealing with us as a nation anymore, man. We were cut off, bro. And it was because of Yahushai that the Lord has forgiven us, bro. This is Ephesians 4:32. And be ye kind one to another and tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Yahweh, for Hamashiach's sake, has forgiven you. So the only reason that we're even coming back to our God, the Most High God Yahweh, is because of his son. The Lord has forgiven us for Yahushai's sake, bro. And because we have received forgiveness through his son, we're able to be called the sons of God, bro. Again. We've been begotten again through this lively hope. That's so precious. And it's something that we must appreciate every single day, bro. That we don't got to wake up and try to figure out who we are anymore, bro. The Lord gave us that. The Lord gave us clarity, man. In a world that's full of gross darkness, the Lord gave us the light. That's not something to overlook, bro. Before this, you were in this situation. This is Ephesians 2:1. And you has he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. So the Lord has raised us up to life again through his son. You were dead in your trespasses and sins. And when you were dead in your trespasses and sins, we were like a no people unto the Lord, man. The Lord wasn't dealing with us, man. This is 1 Peter 2:10. Where in time past were not a people, but are now the people of God, which had not obtained the mercy, but now have obtained the mercy. And how did we obtain that mercy? How have we become the people of God again? Through his son. That's how we're being made near. Us who were afar off, we're being made near by the blood of the Son of God, man. Us who were dead in trespasses and sins, we're being quickened back to life again through his son, through the blood of his son, through the name of his son. We're no longer dead, bro. We're no longer not a people. We're no longer in the world without an identity. We're no longer in the world just floating with no purpose, bro. Think about how heavy that is, bro. The elder Shatario right here in GMS Chicago, he says something so heavy, and I still think about it till this day, man. There's people that go through the whole flick. You know, he referred to as life. You know, he called the flick. There's people that go through the whole flick without even knowing this, bro. People that live their whole life, Israelites that live their whole life without knowing who they actually are, bro. But the Lord was gracious enough to bestow upon you your true identity, his name. He called you into the fellowship of his son, bro. You who were dead, he raised back to life, bro, through this good news. That's heavy, bro. That's something you cannot overlook. That's something you cannot just brush off, bro. We have a purpose in this world, man. The greatest purpose. We have been called to feed the flock, man. To study and to feed the flock, man. And to rightly divide the word of truth, man. That's the greatest purpose a man could ever have, man. All right. It says verse 2, where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So we were in the world at one point, man. Walking after the course of this world with a wicked spirit upon us, the spirit of the prince of the power of the air. We had, demons on us, man. We were dead in our trespasses and sins, but through the preaching of this gospel, through this truth, we have been quickened back to life. And now we know who we are, man. All right. It says right here, Ephesians 2:12, it says, that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. So this is the condition that you were in. Before you knew the truth, you were aliens from the commonwealth of Israel. You didn't know what rights as a citizen you had as an Israelite. You didn't know what prerogatives you had as an Israelite, man. You didn't know that that all these things pertained unto you. The covenants, the law, the promises, the giving of the law, all right? The gospel, salvation, all these different things that have been promised unto us by the Lord, all right? Before the truth, you were alienated from that. You didn't know anything about that. You were aliens from the commonwealth of Israel. You were completely estranged from the Lord. You didn't know the Lord. You had no hope, and you were without God in the world. You were completely a stranger to the covenants of promise. You didn't even know who you were. You didn't know what type of promises the Lord had for you. You didn't even know you had a promised land for you. You didn't even know that a kingdom was promised for you, man. You didn't know the Son of God. You didn't even know the Most High God, Yahweh. You didn't know anything. You were just dead in your trespasses and sins. But through this gospel, through Yahweh Shai, this is what has happened. This says verse 13. But now in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh, meaning near, by the blood of Hamashiach. So through the blood of the Son, that's how we're being made near again. And as we come near to Yahweh through his Son, Our identity is being revealed unto us. Now we know who we actually are. We are Israelites. We are princes of the power, man. We are a prince of the power. All right. We are sons of God. We are kings. We are priests. All right. We are prophets. All right. We are gods in the flesh. All right. Think about how heavy that is, man. All right. The Lord has woken us up to who we actually are, man. All right. And when I say gods in the flesh, I mean, gods with the little g, man. Because the Lord said, right here in Psalms 82 and 6, says right here, Psalms 82 and 6, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. All right. So even though we're gods, all right, we still die like men. We have that condition of the flesh, man. But see, Yahushua, very soon when he comes back, he's going to remove that mortal condition and clothe us with immortality, man. And it all starts with us receiving this truth. We're going to receive new bodies, and those bodies are going to be immortal, man. We're never going to die. And we're going to serve the Lord all the days of our life. That's our purpose as Israelites. Our purpose as Israelites in the kingdom is that we're going to be gods, and we're going to serve the Lord all the days of our life under the Most High God, Yahweh, man. That's what it says in the book of Luke, that Yahushua, the Son of God, is going to come and deliver us out of all the hands of us that hate us, all right, to perform that mercy that was promised unto our fathers, so that we could serve the Lord all the days of our life. That's what Yahushua represents for us, man. Yahushua represents the mercy, the fulfilling of the promises, grace. All right. Yahushua is our salvation, man. All right. This is Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people. You see that? So this is only for the nation of Israel, nobody else. It was the nation of Israel that were dead in their trespasses and sins. It was the nation of Israel that discontinued from their heritage. It was the nation of Israel that didn't know who they were. It was the nation of Israel that lost their identity, their purpose, and why they were actually put on this earth. It was Israel. All right. And Israel was visited and redeemed by the Lord through his son. That's why it says, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people. Who are his people? The Israelites, man. Yahushua was from the tribe of Judah, of the root and offspring of David, man. He was an Israelite, man, in the flesh. All right. And he came to redeem his people through his blood. You see that? And has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant. So Yahushua is going to come to redeem us and save us from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, and to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, man. The mercy that he promised unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, of them being blessed, of them receiving that land, the promised land, and their seed being multiplied as the stars of heaven and as the dust of the sea, man. All right. Of them possessing the gate of their enemies. All of that is going to be performed by Yahushua when he comes back. We're going to be set back on top, man. And when we get set back on top, we're going to be the kings, gods, priests, and servants of the Lord in the next world to come, man. All right. We're going to be called the ministers of the Lord, man. All right. We're going to be known as priests. We're going to be known as a nation of priests. All right. And we're going to live forever. We're going to be immortal, man. We're literally going to be gods, okay? Because a God, what does a God do? A God is immortal. A God does not die. And a God knows good and evil, and they judge according to that knowledge of good and evil, which is exactly what we're going to be doing in the kingdom. All right, we're going to be judging the nations, man. All right, we're going to be setting the world in order. We're going to be ruling the earth in righteousness, man, under who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man, which his true name is Yahushua HaMashiach. All right, and the governing body is going to be the 144,000, man. All right, starting with King David and the rest of the 12, apostles, okay? And under them is going to be the 144,000, man. So we have a lot to look forward to, man. This identity that the Lord has woken us up to, there's more following after this, man. All right, this is not just an identity and purpose that's only going to be in this world, but it's going to carry on to the next world to come. We're going to serve the Lord all the days of our life in justice, in righteousness, man. All right, that's what we've been woken up to, man. Our true identity has been given unto us and revealed unto us through the Son of God. The water Yahweh for Yahushai, man. All right, because this is what's going to happen in the kingdom. Luke 1:72, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he sware to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us, that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. And that's what's going to happen in the kingdom. All the days of our life, we're going to be serving the Lord in righteousness and in holiness, man. All right, because of what the Son of God has came to do. First, he laid down his life for the sheep. All right, that through his blood, through his name, we could be redeemed again back to the Most High God Yahweh. And now that we're patiently waiting for him in this grace period wherein we now stand, all right, the Lord is going to give us the fullness of the promise, which is the kingdom. And in that kingdom, we're going to be serving the Lord all the days of our life, man. The kingdom is going to be righteous, man. All right, it tells you right here in Isaiah 32:1, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And that's in the kingdom, man. That king is talking about Yahushai, man. And the princes is talking about the 144,000, man. The ruling, governing body that's going to rule in the kingdom. They're going to rule in judgment and in righteousness all the days of our life, man. We're going to be that nation of priests that the Lord intended us to be. All right. It says right here, Exodus 19:5. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, which our people did not do that. Our people did not obey the voice of the Lord. So the curse fell upon us. So Yahushai was sent to ultimately lift that curse. All right. To lift up the ordinances that were against us, man. And to nail them to the cross so that we could live in this newness of life through his blood and to serve the Lord. All right. To serve and put up these sacrifices through the name of Yahushai, man, which are acceptable to the Most High God Yahweh because of his son. All right. Before this, we needed to go to a temple and offer up, sacrifices that were unblemished. But now we have the ultimate sacrifice, which is Yahushai. And he only performed it once. And look at the power of his blood, that even 2,000 years later, it has quickened us back to life and has ultimately given us a remission of sins through belief in his name. All right. And because of that, now we're patiently waiting for his return. All right. And when he comes back, this is what the Lord is going to do. The Lord is going to make us a nation of priests, a nation of kings, a nation of gods, man. A righteous ruling nation that is going to sit on top forever. All right. Exodus 19:5. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And that's what the Lord intended for the children of Israel, man. The Lord intended the children of Israel to be a kingdom of priests and holy nation. All right. But we went off. All right. We went off. So the Lord cursed us. The Lord brought that curse upon us, but the Lord also gave that mercy through his son. All right. So we must appreciate the fact that the Lord has woken us up to our purpose, that the Lord has woken us up to our true identity. All right. And we don't got to be out here soul searching and wondering what our purpose in this world and in this life is. All right. We don't got to, sit around all day and just, read all these different books and try to, read these self-help books trying to figure out who we are. We don't need that, bro. We got the glorious gospel, this everlasting gospel. We have the new song, all right, which is the gospel, okay? We have the name of the Lord. Man, bro, we know who we are, bro. We know what's coming. We know these prophecies. We know the word. Like, man, what else can you really ask for, bro? You know who you are, bro. That's a gift that you cannot pay for. That's a gift that you cannot buy. That's a gift that can only be given through the Spirit. All right? So, treasure that gift. Appreciate the Lord every day for the gift that you have, that the Lord has bestowed upon you through his son, man. All right? You've been called into the ministry of reconciliation, and you're being reconciled back to the Most High God through his son, man. All right? So we're in the greatest position we could ever be in, man. Our purpose is to fear God and to keep his commandments. That is the whole duty of man, and we've been quickened back to that, man. So don't waste it. All right? Don't neglect the gift. Continue to serve the Lord and continue to walk in the purpose that he has called us into, man. Don't be weary in well-doing, man. Because this purpose that the Lord has called us into is going to immortalize us, man, if we endure unto the end. All right? So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba Babal. Wakwam Yasharallah.